Hello and welcome to the MELVIN podcast, where we talk about the strange and unexplained. I'm Nicole, this is Tori, and this is Sydney. We have our first guest today.
Okay. This is my sister.
Yeah, they're sisters. That's why. Exactly. That's why that interaction happened. It wasn't like we're being creepy to this stranger.
They picked me up on the side of the road on here.
I mean, they did pick you up off of the curb, so
that's true. Strangely outside my house.
Oh wow! You have a curb inside your house?
Outside my house.
Outside. Okay, I heard that wrong. Hi.
Wouldn't that be something? Just drive into the house.
Right.
Like, you know how that looks. How weird that would be.
That would be so weird. You just have like an entire like street in your house.
I feel like that's a thing somewhere.
Honestly, maybe in one of those like 90 bedroom mansions that they have in Florida or something.
They have like golf cart or cart roads, you know, like really small, just to drive their golf cart around.
I'm so confused on what's happening right now.
So today we're going to be talking about ghost stories, and I don't have any, so I'm going to let Tori take this one because I guess I'm just not haunted enough to have spoopy stories.
I guess not. You got zero. Either that or you're just really good at ignoring all of it.
That's probably it, honestly, because I already have anxiety, so I feel like if I hear strange noises, I'm just like, I don't want to know. And I just roll over and I don't investigate at all. Or if something weird happens, I'm just like, that was a draft. Yep, that was, Or I'm hallucinating. It's fine. There's nothing there.
You're automatically like, I'm just crazy. It's not real.
It's just denial.
Just denial.
I'm in denial.
Yeah. Me and Sydney here.
Yes, hello.
Since we've grown up.
Sorry, I got an eye boogie.
We got a couple of ghost stories. So... yeah. That's why I figured, you know what, today is the day, because she could come on. And I was like, yay.
I was bored at home and had nothing else to do, so.
She wanted to be here.
She asked me, I said, sure. That's how this conversation happened.
Oh my goodness. I don't know where to start with my stuff. Which one do I start with?
Why you're asking me? Cause,
I don't know, because we've grown up in the same house for years.
Both in the same haunted house.
Yeah. You know, I'll just talk about the most recent one. So for ghost stories on me, like, our newest house, the one she's living in currently, it's brand new. It was built, like, we bought it right after it was built. Well, my parents, not me, not us. My parents. They bought the house.
The mathin', got it.
Yeah. And... sorry, there was something in my eye. And it's weird, considering it's brand new. I have no idea if there's anything attached to the land or whatever. But we have both, my dad and my mom, all of us have heard a female's voice.
And those are two skeptics right there. Like, our parents do not believe ghosts. Well, they believe that, like, ghosts exist. I don't think to what extent do they think, like, hauntings and stuff occur. You know, I don't know how to explain that, but they're skeptics, but also not.
Yeah, they're kind of like, they're not really gonna believe that they're haunted.
Yeah.
In any way,
because we believe in God, nothing can hurt us is our motto. You know, so
that's true.
They're just like, ghosts only haunt the bad people, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I don't
know what ghosts are. I don't even know my opinion about, like, ghosts.
I just refuse to acknowledge them. Like,
you're
anything...
in denial. We've been over this here.
Yes, anything that has to do with communicating...
Changed colors, no. I'm sorry.
I hate that.
Ooh, sorry.
It was definitely blue. Did it just change colors?
Yeah, it did. Right when I said you're in denial, it like.
What a
I hate that. I hate that.
Well, just ignore it. Like,
way to go. Oh, there you went again.
Does it just?
Maybe it's just the light. I did press the mode button. Maybe I changed it.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Tori's thing. We're gonna say that's what's happening because that's really weird.
Yeah. No, but anyways, do you want to continue with this?
Okay, so the first happening of this is I actually had... So, me personally, I ignore when something's happening, a little bit like Nicole says. When I hear something, I'm like, I'm not paying attention to it. I'm more of like, I don't deny that it's happening. It's more of like, I am not giving it any attention, so therefore it's not going to bring any attention towards me, kind of deal. Like, if I don't give it anything, it won't continue to try to annoy me. That might be terrible logic. I don't know. It's worked out so far. But I was having a game night. The house is like a next gen house. So you have the main house and then off to the side is a little apartment. And I lived in this little apartment, which now she lives in it. And I was having a game night. And so I had a couple of friends and I hear my name being called. And it's just like, Tori. And it sounds like it's coming like from upstairs, someone just calling my name. I was just like, all right, I'll continue with the rule explaining, and if they call me again, I'll go and check. Well, my friend next to me, she's just like, hey, I think your sister's calling you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, my sister's not home right now, so it's probably my mom, because they do sound similar if you don't talk to them on a regular basis. So it's like, it's probably my mom. She probably needs something from me. I'll go check right after this. So I finish, I get up, I go to the opposite end of the house, like where we are is in the front corner, and like the front, what hand is this? Left corner. And my parents' bedroom is down a long hall and in the back right corner. So like complete opposites. And they're already in bed. They're watching a show. And I'm like, did you call me? I'm like, no. Did you need something? I'm like, no, I don't need anything. I heard my name. Like, well, it wasn't us. Okay. I turn around and I walk back and like, they didn't ask for me. And my friend was just like, but I heard your name. And then my friend next to her was just like, yeah, someone definitely called your name. I was just like, no one called my name in this house. And that was the first incident. The next incident for me is that we all went to, actually, I don't know, were you there when we went to the movie and the door was wide open? I don't think you were.
I think this is when I lived in a house with roommates.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think I was there.
We all went, my parents and me went to go see a movie. I don't know if you went to the movie and we dropped you off. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But we came back home and the front door was just wide open. And we're like, that's not good. It was a windy day. So it could have been the wind. At first, we're like, are the dogs still there? And they were still there. They were just chilling. They're like, Ronnie was like on high alert. He's like really nervous because the door just went wide open. He's a German Shepherd Lab mix. I would not want to frighten him. He's kind of scary.
He's scary, but he's a weenie.
He is. He's scared of
We're not going to talk about who raised him.
Yes, he is scared of Google.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about who raised him because that's besides the point. But, scaredy cat. Speaking of cats, he's scared of my cat, so.
And your cat is the most, he's an orange cat, if that so gives you any clue on his vibes.
Fuego, and he is the leader of the pack. This is besides the whole
That is besides the whole point. We don't have a cat at this point. It's 3 dogs. It's my dog and then Ronnie and Elvis, which are like family dogs, I guess. Yeah. Technically one is her dog, but
it's supposed to be my dog, but my mom claims him now, so it's fine. Whatever.
It's whatever. But anyways, the door wide open, so my dad goes in, he's checking the whole house, and I'm like, okay, I'll check my small apartment area. So I'm checking, I see nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm about to exit the bedroom, my bedroom, and I hear like someone press play on like a YouTube video or something, and then it freaked me out. I got chills. I bolted, and I'm just like, Dad, there's someone in there. Like, for sure, it sounded like an audio recording of something, and like somebody just pressed play by accident. Freaked me out. No one was in there, and there's no way they could have ran out past me. There's only 2 doors, in which I went out the front door, so the 2 doors are at the front. There's no way for them to get out without passing me or my dad at that time. And he's like, no one's there. I'm like, I clearly heard this sound. It freaked me out. I couldn't.
I think you called me, you told me about it. Because I looked at Nicole and I was like, this sounds familiar. So I think you told me about it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
I don't think I was there because I think I would remember you freaking out.
Yeah, I don't think you were there.
Yeah, no.
I didn't like it.
Well,
that's why I don't
either. Sleep in that bedroom.
I get that. I did have a lot of nightmares in that bedroom. Actually, I think was it with you that I was talking about it? Where it's like certain rooms or places, or who was it with?
I think you were talking with me and our friend Mia about that, because we had a whole like 3-hour conversation about our very vivid nightmares, because I predominantly have nightmares. Like, I rarely have like just a weird dream. Like, it's always got something that I'm like, wow, why did my brain decide to do that to me? That Maybe was not fun. No.
She refuses. Denial.
No.
Denial. I don't think that light has changed yet.
We're not going to talk about it.
We're not talking about it. I'm not. Nope.
We're not talking about it.
What a strange coincidence.
People watching the video are going to be like, oh, they totally pressed a button. I have nothing in my lap or my hands.
Yeah.
I'm not even. It's the thing that's pressed. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know how any of this equipment works.
I'm just poking fun.
Yeah, we were messing with the lights earlier, and she pressed the wrong button, so it could just be a mode thing, because I don't know if these have audio triggers or anything.
Oh, maybe.
So, I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
But yeah, it was supposed to be a blue light, and it was like, now I'm red, now I'm yellow, and now I'm creeped out.
You're like, I need to switch spots.
It's fine. It's fine. I believe in Jesus. Jesus got my back.
That's right. He does. He got your back. He got you covered.
Jesus is like, no. You can just change the lights. That's it.
Not pass.
Right.
Yes. I love
Shall
that.
not touch.
The ghost is just like, I'm just playing with the lights, man. Like, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Anyways. So, I mean, I would have nightmares in that room. Like, that's where that's where my sleep paralysis really kicked in.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's fine.
Those are bad ones.
Not that worried about it.
Yeah, it's fine. But and then our mom had one where we were in the car, we were hanging out together, and my mom calls Sydney. Did you want to tell this, or do you?
So we were out and about, and my mom called me, and I put her on speaker. Or no, I think my phone was hooked up to Tori's car. It was up to the car,
yeah.
Yeah, and she was
you were
just
driving.
like, she kind of sounded a little, frazzled, you know?
Frazzled.
She was just like, hey, where are you? Are you calling me? And I was like, what are you talking about, Mom? Like, I'm in the car with Tori. She's like, wait, Tori's with you? And I'm like, yeah, Tori's with me. And y'all are in the car. Uh-huh. Yeah. You're not home. Yeah. No. Yeah, Mom. We're not home. We're in the car. And she was just like, I heard you or Tori's voice say, come here, Lita. Come here, Lita.
It was
which is Tori's dog.
Yeah, my dog is Lita.
It freaked out my mom pretty bad, or our mom really bad.
We were almost home, so she told us when we got to the house, she's like, okay, I could have sworn you were home and you were just playing tricks on me. Because she said she walked into the door, and that's when she heard the voice say, come here, girl, come here, Lita. And she thought it was just me, and so she said, oh, hi, Tori, because she never walks into the apartment unless asked. Like, very rarely does she just walk in.
Yeah, it's Dad.
It's our dad.
Our dad just walks in unannounced. He's like, hey.
So she assumed I was just in my room doing something, chilling. And so she walks a couple moments later, before she's like settles in to watch some TV. She goes to the pantry and she hears, get down, boy. And so she turns around and sees nobody and thinks it's just me pulling pranks, which isn't out of the ordinary for me. I like to jump scare my family.
She doesn't work on me.
I've gotten you once, I think. Only once.
Probably when I was like 12.
I don't know. I think it was sooner than that. But I like to do jump scares, so probably not the best thing to do. But so she was just like, it's Tori trying to scare me. And so whenever she heard, she's like, that's not okay. Really freaked her out.
Yeah. And then our dad heard it one time.
Yeah,
he didn't like make a big deal out of it or anything.
Well, he thought it was Cody. He thought it was my husband.
Wait a minute, I didn't hear that one.
So the first one he heard, he was at his office. He had just finished like a call, and he was like looking up some things, and he heard like a really like a laugh. Mm-hmm. My husband has some girly laughs when he plays certain games.
He does. like yeah, during quarantine, we would play games all the time, and I could tell when Cody was home playing games, because in the background I could hear, oh, and he sounds like a clown. He sounds like Mario.
What?
Because I would hear it, and I'm just like, oh, Cody's home, and she's like,
yeah, that's Cody. So it's like he has a really, and we're married. He's living with me, and he thought it was just Cody because it was a weird, like, girlish laugh. And I'm like, no, he sleeps during the day.
I have no comment.
And so that was the first one. He's had this happen 3 times, I think. My dad's had it 3 moments of hearing this voice.
Sorry, my allergies are just... but I feel like Dad's just the type to ignore it.
Yeah. Which is probably where I
don't
get it
know
from.
how I'm related to this. I'm the type that is just like, what's going on?
You're the one that's gonna die in
No, okay, you know
or
what?
maybe you're the one that survives because you're the one that actually like runs away from it while we're just it's not happening.
Yeah, no, I'll run away if anything. No, because I'm pretty sure, because my parents like to say that I'm the reason why the house is haunted. Like, it's me. Like, none of these things were happening.
Because you brought it back from the last house.
Yeah. And, listen, I don't want to get into it. But
those are the
basically, okay, well, we're going to go back to when I think I was 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Something like that. And we lived at another house. High school.
You're in, like, sophomore, junior year.
Yeah. And my friends and I were just like, oh, let's play with the Ouija board. Before you come at me, I already know it's a bad idea.
I'm never touching one.
No, never.
I watch a lot of,
I will never.
YouTubers that say, don't play with Ouija boards. Okay. I was a skeptic at this point. So I was like, oh, Ouija boards are stupid. Like, this isn't real. But my friend was adamant about making one. Like,
that's the worst kind.
I heard
it's fine.
She's fine. She's in denial. It's just me telling the story while Nicole's like petrified over here. But
the lights are green.
It's always. I feel like it changes light when I'm talking, and I don't like that. Anyways,
it's fine.
So basically, my friends and I, we made a Ouija board, and one of my friends was just like, oh, well, I'm going to ask a question that nobody would know. Not even me, because we were best friends at the time. And she was like, what year did my dad die? And it said 1963. And she's like, huh? He wasn't even born yet. So there's no way that that's right. And then it started like going haywire, and I'm like, bro, like, stop playing with it. Like, you're doing it. And she was like, we gotta say goodbye. We said goodbye. I said, all right, cool. We did that. It's a myth. Nothing's happening. Like, this is a bunch of hogwash. So, good. Me being the good friend that I am, I gave it to my other friend, and I said, go burn it. So she texted me a picture. She tore it up and she burned it in the fireplace. So I was like, okay, evidence gone. We Gucci. And this was like a couple days before Christmas. I told my sister and my mom I really wanted
a briefcase, like old suitcase.
Like an old suitcase. And that's what I got for Christmas.
Yeah, we found one. It was cute. It was at the antique shop. It was relatively cheap.
But this is what freaked me out, is I got a piece of paper that was out of the suitcase, and it said 1963.
Yeah, it said like September 2nd, 1963.
Something like that. I remember the year because that was the Ouija board or whatever. And I start freaking out. My mom's like, you're stupid. And and I didn't tell them about the Ouija board because, I didn't want to get in trouble. So I was just like, you know what, it's fine, it's whatever. Brought the briefcase, suitcase, whatever you want to call it, upstairs to my room. And one day, it was a few days later, I was talking to my boyfriend at the time over the phone. And I had my door shut. And we were just, talking. And the door handle starts jiggling. And I'm like, Tori, knock it off. Like, I thought it was Tori. And so it stops. I'm like, cool, whatever. And it's, like, getting darker outside a little bit.
No, this would have been the morning.
Was it the morning?
It was the morning because you called me during my lunch break. Because I was doing independent
Maybe
guard.
It was just really dark in my room. Because during high school, I mean, as you can see, it's still...
I mean, you do not have an east... You have a west window over there, so the sun would set down. So.
Okay, well, because it was dark in my room.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways...
It would be dark in the morning is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was dark. I don't know. Whatever. And so I was like, Tori, like, stop messing with me. And the dude, I'm just going to call him the dude. I don't want to say, current boyfriend, whatever. So the dude I was talking to over the phone, he was just like, what's going on? I'm like, my sister's messing with me. And the door handle starts jiggling again. And so and this is a long, lengthy room. It's not wide. It's a long room. So, like, to my bed to the door is pretty, like, I
it's longer than this area. Like, it's double the length.
It's pretty long.
I think you've seen it.
Yeah, I was there, like, twice, I think, before you guys went to the new house.
Yeah, and so, like, I ran to the door so I can catch her in the act, And nothing. Nobody. And I told him, I said, I gotta go. And I just hung up on him. And I was like, what is going on? So I checked the bathroom. I check her room. I'm like, Tori, like, calling her name. I'm like, this isn't funny. Like, stop messing with me. Like, my heart is racing at this point because I've never seen that happen. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna brush it off. It's fine. It's whatever. So then I go back to my bed, laying down. The light comes on my closet.
Oh, yeah, the closet, because we swapped rooms. That closet, great.
Anyways, it was great. So the light of the closet turns on. And I'm like, can you please turn it off?
Oh, yeah.
Turns off.
Yeah. Oh, so you had that happen to you too?
Yeah.
I would ask it. I'd be like, just turn off the light. It'll turn off the light.
And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. So I ran downstairs and I was like, okay, my mom's playing tricks on me. Like, that's how my brain was working. My mom's in bed playing on her little tablet. And I said, Mom, are you messing with me? And she's like, huh? I'm like, are you messing with me? Like, are you jiggling the door handle upstairs and, like, controlling the light to my closet? And she's like, yes, Sydney. I got out of the bed. I ran, because I'm an athlete, I ran upstairs and I jiggled your doorknob and I ran downstairs. And I was just like, well, where's Tori? She's like, she's at color guard practice. I'm like, well, crud. Okay. And I didn't want to talk to my mom and my dad about it because, like, how do you talk about that? Like, what? I told Tori, I think the day over, like, a couple of days after or whatever. But I ended up sleeping on the couch a lot because I feel safer when I'm closer.
You were so adamant when we were in the house to switch rooms with me beforehand because you really wanted the long, bigger room.
Yeah, and then I was like,
back. No. And then eventually it was just like, okay, we could switch. Because the closet, it would turn off and on. Like, we would replace the light bulb too because then it would burn out so quickly. Yeah. And you would replace it and it would burn out like a week later. A brand new light bulb. So it wasn't, and I would go to sleep like with it on, and then I wake up, the light's off. And it's not like the light is off, the switch would be down. And it's such a long distance.
You can hear the click.
There's no way I'm and I'm not a sleepwalker. So it's not like I walked over there to turn it off and walk back.
And it wasn't like one of those switches where, like, if one switch is down, then you have to, like, have them opposite or the same.
No, it was the one switch for that closet door.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. See, logic me is like, oh, it must be a circuit issue, but I don't know. I don't know how
it would be the switch. Otherwise, I would say... Otherwise, I would say it's a circuit issue.
Billy needs to stop turning on this light.
We're calling him Billy.
We both
are. It's the blue like. It's back on.
Yeah. But like the thing is that I'm the type to I acknowledge that it's there, but I get annoyed very easily. I'm a very annoyed human. So like I just get frustrated. And one night, I remember I was like, you know what? Because Mom was making fun of me for sleeping on the couch so much, you know? So I was just like, fine, I'm going to sleep in my room. My light kept turning off. And I like it on because it's a long room. And if I got to go pee, I don't want to, like, trip over something while I have to go to the bathroom. So I keep it on. And it would turn off. I got so annoyed. And I said, keep the light on. Turned on, it was on for the rest of the night. And I said, thank you. Lord Almighty, this is stressful. But, I mean, and then after that, whenever we moved to the home that I'm in now, there's still things that happen. But it's just like, I'm just convinced it's me.
But in the previous house, before the current house that you're in, Ronnie, our big dog, he would sit like on the foyer area and just stare up the stairs. It freaked us out. We were like, what are you doing? And he's a very protective dog. He likes to look at the whole area as a whole. And if he sees something like curious, he wants to know where you're going, kind of thing. Yeah. And he's just very protective.
Yeah.
And so it was like
doggo. But you see now in
he's just staring.
Our new home, he will not go upstairs alone unless somebody goes with him. And then the other dog, Elvis, which is our mom's Jack Russell.
He's always upstairs.
He is always upstairs in that room. But Ronnie refuses to go up there. This is the new house. And that's the new house. That's where we hear the voices.
Yeah, because I said it comes from upstairs.
But we haven't heard them for a while now, ever since our grandmother passed. We haven't heard it. But, I mean, I hear clicking noises in the night. I hear, like, banging noises. Mom thinks it's a rat in the walls. And I said, Mom, we live in a nice suburbs.
Yeah, but we had that rat problem that one time, you know, in that little shed. Those, like, freaking a bucket filled of baby rats. I guess
so. Well, okay, you want to know what I did? Because you can call me a murderer, whatever you want, a menace, if you will.
You have a cat.
What's that supposed to mean?
If you're talking about killing a mouse, you have a cat.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to kill mice.
You have a cat, so I'm like, well, then she's on the train with me. Anyways.
Yeah.
But she has a killing machine.
Well, like, the thing is...
No, I have to kill it for her. She just shows me where it is. And then she looks at me like, so you're going to kill that so I can eat it?
He sees a cockroach, dead. And then he's playing with it. Tell me, that's just a disturbing thing. But anyway, so my mom was just like, oh, it's probably just, you know, a rat or a mouse in the wall. And I'm like, it doesn't sound like that, but okay, mother. So, you know what I did? I turned up the heat in hopes that if it was a rat or a mouse, it died.
Wow, look at you.
Nice.
I turned it up to like 82, I think.
Does it smell in your house now?
No, the banging is still happening, and that was just really hot in my apartment.
Oh my goodness.
I turned it down because I was like, well, if it's a rat, it's a ghost rat. It's not leaving me alone.
The ghost rat.
The ghost rat.
I had another thing that just came to my mind, but then it fled really fast.
Like a ghost?
Yeah, like a ghost. Like a ghost story. I was just like, it was something to do with the old house. Was it? No. Where did we live beforehand? I was there. Oh, yeah. Nothing happened there.
I want to clarify.
Wait, there was something that happened there. I now remember. Because, the on and off and saying, hey, keep the light on, right? So, I'm pretty sure you were there. We had our color guard. So, we had a color guard, party or whatever for high school. And upstairs is, a game room. It was a 2-story house. And there was a fan that was on. And they said, it's wow. And it was just going on very leisurely, slowly, whenever. And one girl said... wow, it's getting really hot in here, and the fan started spinning at max speed.
Yeah.
And we're just okay, that's weird. We're thinking it's just a circuit thing. And then another girl said, well, it can stop now. And deadpan, it goes 1, slows down 2, slows down 3, and stops. And it freaked us all out. And we're nope. And we went to my room.
I don't think I went to your room.
They all went to my room, and I'm or at least the majority of them.
I think I heard y'all scream.
You were in the room next to us. If you weren't in the room with us.
Yeah, no, and you just told me what happened. I was oh.
I was laughing. I found it so funny. It's creepy. It was very
Nicole's,
creepy.
Realizing how messed up we are. And
I would not be laughing. I would be nope. I would be I'm not. I'd be Tori, look, I love you. I'm never going to your house again. If I was in that color guard, be
I don't think...
because when fans turn off, they don't just rotate once or twice. They go probably 15 times as they're slowing down.
No, so, okay.
And then they still float. Even at slow speed. It takes a long time for them to just stop. No, it legitimately just stopped.
Yeah. No, well, okay...
And I have people that witnessed this can back me up. It was not just me.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's... okay, so I don't know if y'all know who... I know you know, because I've told you about these guys. I don't know if you know about them.
Okay.
At TFIL?
No.
No. They do this overnight channel where they do ghost hunting. And Emmett and Corey... want to do this thing where they investigate people's houses for ghosts and stuff. This will require me to clean.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll find anything.
I
Ghost
feel
is very picky.
But you see, the thing is I think I'm haunted. Because things happen to me even when I'm not at home.
I can believe it.
And then everything gets blamed on me too.
Didn't you have the phone, the old phone?
Bro, this is crazy. So, I love antique things, and it's probably not good that I like antiquing, because they say, spirits can attach themselves to objects. And I got this old-timey, maybe 1800s, early 1900s, dial phone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so the current house that I'm in, she's not living there anymore, but was it my old room? Yeah.
Yes.
My old room, I had that phone in. And I mean, it looked,
Look, I have that phone with me now. It's done nothing.
This is why I'm saying that I think it's me. So
yeah.
I didn't think it actually looked antique-ish. I thought it looked more someone used it for a play. It looks like a prop. It doesn't look like it was actually from that era.
It does. It has a cord to plug in for a landline, so it's definitely not 18th century. It's meant to look like it's from the 18th century.
Exactly. But I had it on this little, because my room at the time was Paris theme, and I had it on this little side table desk. And I was on the phone with one of my friends, and I heard a ringing. And I was just oh, it's probably my mom's phone, because my mom forgets her phone all the time. So I'm oh, it's her phone for sure. And then the friend over the phone was just are you sure that's your mom's phone? It doesn't sound like a cell phone. It sounds like a telephone. And I'm like, what do you mean?
With a little bit of, like, the clatter noise.
Yeah, she's like, it's kind of like a static kind of ringing to it. And I was like, I don't know what it could be. Like, I don't make a big deal out of it. And that stops for, like, maybe a minute or two. And it happens again. And I'm like, where is it coming from? So, you know, I'm not like these guys. I'm dumb. And I'm like, I'm going to go investigate. So I go upstairs because I hear that this is coming from my room. And I was like, dude. I was like, oh, the phone. I was like, dude. It's my phone. Like, that's, you know, the antique phone that I got the other day. She's like, yeah. I'm like, it's ringing. And she's like, dude, no way. No way. Like, we both started freaking out. She's like, are you going to pick it up? I'm like, yeah.
And it wasn't.
And so why would you pick it up?
She said, are you going to pick it up? I said, yeah. Give me a moment. So
you hit the table and then it changed, so I'm wondering. No.
I'm pretty sure it's the mood.
Billy
I'm pretty
needs
sure
to calm
it's just
down.
that was
Anyways,
funny.
But
Change.
So I pick it up and it's static. It is just static, and I hear like a.
And it's not plugged in.
It's not plugged in.
No,
we don't have a landline.
So it does have batteries.
We don't have a landline hookup at all.
It does have batteries in the bottom of it, but
the batteries were gross.
We never gave it new batteries.
No, because it was just for looks. It wasn't.
It's fancy paperweight is what I like to call it when those things.
And all I heard was a big like over it. And I was like, nope.
Hello, that was a mistake. Goodbye.
Put it back.
I totally would have just picked it up and hung up.
I called you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I called my sister and I was frantic. I was like, Tori, you're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm wild. Because, my phone from my room it's ringing. Or it was ringing. And she was like, huh? She basically was just like, no, you're lying. Like, that's not real.
That doesn't happen.
And then it starts to ring again.
Oh, I don't think you were on the phone with me. I don't remember that.
I was on the phone with you and I started freaking out. I said, nope, nope, nope. And then I was just like,
oh, okay.
I said, nope,
I don't think I heard anything,
I'm not messing with it. And I went downstairs.
Freaking out.
And then Dad came home. And I told Dad about it. And of course, he's like, I said, yeah, ghosts aren't real. I'm like, it's not a ghost. It's a poltergeist. Like, what ghost calls?
It didn't throw anything at you. It's not a poltergeist yet.
It could have.
Knock on wood.
But so then, you know, my dad's genius idea was, let me take it to work with me and let's see if it happens over there.
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't happen. That's why I think it's me. Because, like, the old car that I used to have, my Chevy Cruze, it would turn on by itself.
The radio, yeah.
The radio would come on.
Just randomly.
Let me know in the comments if any of that has happened to you guys. If it's, like, not that bizarre. But I wouldn't even press a button or anything.
No, I was in the car with you one time when it happened. It turned on and it switched channels, too.
I'm like,
that's weird. We're just going to turn that back off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, I don't think it helps that I watch, like, you know, horror films are my favorite, thrillers. But, like, I feel like my whole life is kind of, like, in limbo with this spirituality crap. Because, like, I don't want... nothing's gonna hurt me, you know. Like, I got Christ on my side.
We got Jesus.
Yeah,
we're good.
So I don't believe anything would hurt me at all. But it's just like the fascination of it all, I guess.
It's like, am I haunted, or is this just a bunch of very, very specific, odd coincidences?
You know? Right. I was just like thinking to myself, like, man, you know how they say that God has a sense of humor? What if this is his sense of humor to me? He's like, you want to know what I want to do? I want to make it seem like Sydney thinks she's haunted, but she's really not. So she looks stupid. But like I'm not the only one that goes through it. So.
Oh my goodness!
But
don't make me laugh.
What'd you say?
I said, don't make me laugh.
Well, that's kind of
Your
hard
whole
to
thing.
do because I am hilarious. So, I'm sorry. I made people choke on their laughs.
Yes.
And then they cry.
I mean, for me, that definitely is a yes.
I have that effect on people. You're welcome.
Wow.
You're welcome.
I don't know if there's any others.
Y'all have so many stories, and I feel so lame because I'm just like, nah. I mean, I've had the odd case of thinking that my mom called my name, but I never had a case of, like, my friends also thinking that my mom called my name and then her not being, like, in the house. So
you were able to ignore them.
You know
your house, I'm going to be honest. The house that you lived in freaked me out.
Yeah, no, I love my dad, but I hate going back to the house because it feels
house.
weird.
Is it the one that I've been to?
The one in
Small?
Rockwell, the tiny,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gave me the heebie-jeebies. I didn't want to say that because,
Yeah,
respect.
no, once I moved, because I moved out of there, I still live in the DFW area, but I moved out of there, and it was, like, such a difference. Like, I felt like I could breathe again. Like, it was weird. It was
your room was heavy. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
I don't think I went into your room.
That's because I thought it was just, like, psychological, like, I just felt like I needed to get out of the house. Like, one day I remember texting, I told both y'all about it, I was like, I need to move to Denton. I was like, I don't know why, I just need to move. Like, I need to get out of the house.
No, you know what
I think we tried painting her walls, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Because you were thinking, oh, the wall color, because it was a dark color, was bringing you down, but even then, you're just like, nope, it's not working.
It was like, something's still weird.
Yeah, no, they say that if you hear someone calling your name and it sounds like someone from, like, the afterlife, like you said, your mom, it's called an echo.
Oh.
Yeah. If I'm incorrect, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because psychologically...
But I'm pretty sure it's called an echo.
Okay.
So it's nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
That's because I thought maybe I was feeling out of place in the house, especially after Mom passed away, because I was like, oh, it's psychological, there's a lot of memories in the house, but now I'm not living there anymore, and I'm not thinking of memories of the house, it's just, it feels weird over there.
I think it might be because
to your house a couple times with your mom being there, and it would feel weird.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
They do say that people, even in real life, have a, like, I hate to say the word, but like an energy that they bring to the area that's around them. Not to say that
are you saying that's
dad's
your fault?
Like, what?
Are you saying the light switching is your fault?
Probably. Because every time I freaking talk, it's turning. Anyways, but they say, like, people, like, their energy, not saying that your dad's energy is bad, because I think he's a great person. It's just probably within that house, it's just the thoughts of the energy of everything that's happened, like, overwhelms the area, and, like, people feel that energy when they walk in. They're just like, ugh, it's kind of like, I don't know. It wasn't, like, sad or anything.
It might be just because it's very din-like, too.
Yeah, it's an old house. Like, my dad's trying really hard to be able to move. He doesn't know where he's going. He just, like, in the last year was like, I need to move. And I'm like, I get it. Yeah. I get it.
100%.
But that's the extent of it. Is I just lived in a very weird energy house, and I'm not even, like, an energy person. It's a fact. Once I moved out, I felt a lot better, and it was weird.
I hate using the word energy. I don't know.
Right.
I feel like there's a better terminology for that stuff. But
yeah.
I do.
Aura or something.
Aura. No. It's just, I feel like people affect environments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it could be, spiritual. It could be not. I don't know.
Oh, there is a theory of, like, imprinting. So when you have, like, such a heavy or strong emotion, whether that be happiness, sadness, or anger, it, like, pushes down, makes it like an imprint, like a memory into the earth, and then it just
I also think it has to do with you being an empathic person as well.
Maybe.
Like, because I'm empathic.
I think to feel it.
Because I feel like if like, Nicole was sad, I would start feeling sad, Like, I feed off of everybody else's emotion.
You go like...
Yes.
She starts crying. I start crying. It would be anarchy. We don't need that. So, but...
It's like the vomiting. Like, when you see someone vomit, you gotta...
No, if someone vomit, I'm running away. I would rather deal with a demon than someone projectile vomiting.
Oh my gosh.
I'll stick with the vomiting.
Yeah, it's the vomit.
With the power of God and anime on my side.
Oh my god.
Even though
You don't watch anime as much as we do.
This is facts. I didn't want them to know that, because now they're going to attack me.
Tell Sydney what animes she needs to watch.
Her favorite
in the
thus
comments.
far is Blue Exorcist. If you could guess that I've gotten her to watch. Like, she's watched that one all the way through.
Like, you say that like they should have by my presentation.
No, I mean, like...
You know what she likes? Blue Exorcist.
I mean, with all of your horror, whatever, you said you'd rather deal with a demon than vomit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have an it tattoo on my arm, so.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, but she hasn't watched a lot of them. I try.
It's not, listen, don't come for me, because I do,
This is our off-topic moment.
Yeah, this is the off-topic moment. I appreciate the artistry of anime. I think it's great work. It's just, it's not something I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be like, you want to know what I want to watch? Naruto. Like, it's not my thing.
You don't want to watch full episodes of people screaming at each other?
Come on.
I would watch it if somebody else was watching it. Does that make sense?
What?
Like, if somebody else was watching it, I would watch it. Like, if I'm like, oh, what do you want to watch? And you're like, oh, I want to watch, Blue Exorcist, or, I don't know, Death Note. Like, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's watch it. It's not my cup of tea, but we can watch it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's fair.
And also, right now, I'm on a Wizards of Waverly Place streak, so I can't watch anything else until I'm done with that.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I like to binge.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I know there's a couple others, but I can't think of any of the other ghost stories on the top of my head.
Yeah, in fact, we can probably make that another episode if you think of more, if more weird things start happening.
Did anything happen in the house that we lived in?
I don't think so.
No, things happened. So I moved and we swapped. Basically.
So basically, I lived in the house with 2 roommates. Those 2 roommates left, and she came in to be my roommate. And then
we cycled through many
we
other
needed to move out because we couldn't afford the rent. So then Tori and her husband came in and took over our rent, and then I took over their apartment. So
yeah, and I don't think anything happened at that house. I think the only thing that happened was just regular, like, that neighborhood's kind of iffy when it comes to, like, bug issues and stuff. So
many mayflies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's going to be really loud.
They have no purpose in this world but to feed the birds. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They mate. 1 hour later, dead. They have no purpose. I'm so mad.
Food.
I'm so mad. But why so many? Like, why so many? And then you see a bird eating a worm instead of a mayfly, and you're like, bro.
Although I just recently heard them being called mayflies. I've always called them mosquito eaters, even though they don't eat mosquitoes. That is what we call them.
We call them
mainly only see them in May.
Yeah, we call them mosquito hawks because I came from Louisiana and moved to Texas, and there were so many things I'd be like, oh, that's a mosquito hawk, and they would look at me like...
So many words for this one fly that I have no idea what the actual name is.
They're like, why would you call it that? I'm like, I don't know. It's just what we call them. I can call them something else. I'm just telling you what we call them.
It's not far from what I used to call them.
Right.
See, back to the haunted topic.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
with
Cedric.
that old house, I think it was haunted.
You think so?
You want to know who lived in that house before us?
Who?
A druggie.
Oh.
Like an old woman drug addict. And apparently, there was the lady that was... That's how you know I'm messed up. The realtor was, like, telling us stories about the house, and someone got shot there one time.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think they died in the house.
Nothing has happened in the house for me.
Well, because if someone dies in the house, there's like a law that for the next like 5-ish years, you have to inform tenants about it.
I think Karen has experienced some things, but Karen's Karen.
Karen is Karen.
I think she woke me up at 3 a.m. to kill a water bug. I would never forget that night. I wanted to punch her in the face, but I was like, I love her. I can't do that.
This is coming from... Sorry. You're probably the most morning person out of everybody I've ever known.
I'm not really a morning person.
Says the one that woke me up every Christmas at 3 a.m.
First of all, it's Christmas.
First of all.
Need I say more? Second of all, I only get up really early is because I'm used to it because my work schedule starts really early. It's not meaning that I'm a morning person. I don't want to be awake. I'd rather be asleep. But my body won't let me because I'm so used to getting up at 5 a.m. every morning.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, and then I'm like an in-between the day kind of person. You know, like 12 o'clock to 4. Like, that's a good time to talk to me.
I get that.
After
I'm
4
an
o'clock,
evening person.
Yeah. No, after 4 o'clock, I shut down. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, that's very true with my sister. But, if we think of something else, maybe we can pull her back in and have a second part.
I work on Wednesdays.
Well, whenever you don't have a Wednesday that you're not working, we'll see. Or maybe we'll do a different day for recording.
We can do a different day for you.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We like having you on.
Yeah. I feel special.
But thank you so much for watching. If you want to hear more of these ghost stories, let us know in the comments. And if you want Sydney back on, also let us know. And we're going to try to put, if she has any social media she wants us to share, we'll put those in the description. Thank you so much for being on, Sydney. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You're welcome. And we will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.